Hello, my name is Ajit and welcome to my YouTube channel Think IT Learn Technology. So in today's video, I will demonstrate how to set up or install VirtualMe or on Ubuntu or Linux machine. So first of all, what is VirtualMe? VirtualMe is a domain hosting and website control panel which gives the ability to create and manage many domains. So that means you can host and manage multiple websites for your customer. It is a totally open source solution. So you also know that in the market we have number of web panels available to support or to host a website. Number one is cPanel, number two is Plesk. This is a alternate for cPanel and Plesk. So available versions we have two available versions. Number one is VirtualMe GPL, number two is VirtualMe Professional. So VirtualMe GPL version is fully free and open source. You don't need to pay anything. There is no monthly fee for that. Second one is VirtualMe Professional, which requires a monthly or annual fees to buy the packages. So in today's video, I will show you how to install a free version of VirtualMe web panel. So how can we install? There are two ways to install a VirtualMe. Number one is automated installation. In this, we will use a script which will download from the internet from VirtualMe official website. Number two is manual installation. In this, we need to install all the packages one by one. It is not recommended because if you are not professional, you will not able to install all the packages one by one. So next, the requirement, the hardware requirement and the operating system requirement to install VirtualMe. Recommended system specifications are: number one, you should have a open source OS which is known as CentOS, Red Hat 7 or Red Hat 8. Then you can always use Debian 10 and you can always use Ubuntu 18.04 and 20.04 LTS. So minimum requirement of RAM is 1 GB. So make sure you are using more than 1 GB RAM because we need to install number of features, and minimum hard drive space we need a 1 GB free disk space. So there are two versions of installation. Number one is LAMP and number two is LAMP. So by default, when you install a VirtualMe web control panel, so you will install with Apache server. If you want to install with the Nginx, so you have number of websites and you want to give a Nginx support, so you can always install your VirtualMe using the Nginx bundle. So there are two types of installation. Number one is full installation and number two is minimum installation. So in full installation, we will install everything including Spamation and ClamAV. And in the minimum installation, we will install everything, every email solution, but in this we will not install spam and A/B scanning. So today's video, I will show you how to install full installation of your VirtualMe. So let's go to the server. So I have a Ubuntu server on my Azure cloud solution with two virtual CPUs and 8 GB of memory. So what I'll do, I'll access this from public IP address because I'm hosting this server on my Azure cloud solution. So this is my public IP. So you can always use PuTTY to access the Linux server, or you can always use PowerShell. So I'm here using PowerShell. Sorry. So this is Windows PowerShell. So I have a PAM file of my Ubuntu server. I'll go to downloads. So command to access Ubuntu server from PowerShell is ssh-i, your PAM file path, your default username and public IP of the server. So now here you want to connect with the server, type yes, and now you are connected with your Ubuntu server. So this is my fresh server, nothing is installed in this. So this is a totally fresh installation. So first of all, I will set up my root password, sudo password, So sorry, let me password and change. 1 minute. So password. So now my password is changed. Now I'm logging with root user. So first of all, you need to update your operating system with the command apt-get update and apt-get upgrade. So now your Ubuntu OS is totally updated and upgraded with the new packages and new versions of the packages. So now next is, let's go to the virtual mean websites. Let's open google.com. I'll go to virtual mean. So I'll go to the downloading and installing. So here you will find the script of virtual mean. So you can see this is a default script which we have on the website. So you don't need to worry. You can go to the website under the downloads. You need to copy this path. Let the upgrade should finished. So now your OS is totally updated. Now let's go to OPT folder. I have copied the wget and sh path. Copy it, install. Now your sh file is installed. Now there are a number of ways you can use to install is. Number one is by sudo /bin/sh install.sh, or you can directly use the command install.sh. Now let's do s and enter. So you need to press Y to continue. So now there are three phases to set up or download or install a virtual mean. Number one is downloading the RPM JPG key files from the internet, installing the virtual mean 6 keys. Number two, installation of webmin packages. So you can see the installation is going on for the webmin. So let's wait for some time. Now our installation is complete. All the phases of installation is complete with the downloading, installation and configuration of virtual mean. So now you can see we got web URL to access our virtual mean or cPanel from the internet. So we have two ways to access the web panel. Number one is with the name, or number two is with the IP address. So now let's go to the our Azure portal. Now we need to allow the port. Number one, we need to allow a port 10,000 from access from internet. Then 18 port number 80 and port number 443. So let's go to the networking. Under networking, I will create a port rule. So source should be any, source port range should be any, destination is any, or you can give IP address also. Virtual network, I'm using any for right now. Services are custom, so I'll give the port range 80, 443 and port number 10,000, which is a virtual mean or webmin port. So I will give the name and priority is 301, and the name of this rule is web panel ports. So I'll click add. It will take few seconds to add the rule. So now rule is added. So let's refresh and you can see the ports, port number 80, 443 and 1000 is allowed from the internet. So let's go to the overview. I'll copy the public IP address. I'll go to the tab https:// IP address and port number 10,000. So you need to go to advanced because we are not using SSL certificate. This is the default OS level SSL certificate. I'll click on continue. It will go take us to the login page of Webmin. The username is root, password is. Now you are able to log into your virtual mean server. So once you log in, we need to do a post installation. So you will get a screen of post installation. So this is the post installation wizard. You need to click on next. So now in this option you need to check yes or no. So you need a preloaded virtual mean libraries, yes. Run email domain lookup server, yes. If you don't want to run email domain lookup server, you can always choose the option no. So here I'm choosing option yes. Next. So you want to enable a scanning of ClamAV? Yes, because I want to scan my OS and my files. So I always keep the option yes. Next. Let's take some time. So now next is you want to select a spam filter for your server. Yes, I don't want to use a third-party spam filter. If you want to use a third-party spam filter, so you need to enable the option called no. So I want to use this server as a spam Asian, so I have to select yes, otherwise I have to select no. So I'm using select for right now. So next is you want to run which database servers, MySQL or PostgreSQL. I want to run both the servers, so I'll use the option yes. Oh, so for right now it's not installed, so let's keep it no. So I will use MySQL as the default server. So the password of the MySQL is this one. You can put your password also. Let me put this password for the time being. So you can use any password. If you want to use a default password, you can leave it as a default, or you can put your password also. Next. So now how you want to configure your MySQL? You want to configure for the default setting you want to use for the small systems, medium system, large system, a huge system. So I'll default use the large system because maybe in the futures I have the databases which is more than 1 GB. Then next. So if you want to use this server as a DNS server, so you need to give the server name, or you can choose any name. So I'm skipping for right now because I want to use my GoDaddy and ISP provider as a public DNS. Next. So your how you want to store your password, in store plain text password or only store hashed password. So you can always choose the option. So by default I'm using store plain text passwords. So you want to set up a default virtual server during the post installation, or you always leave this for for the next you can say setup, or you want to set up something customized for the user, so you can leave as a default. I'm using no. So enable SSN on default server, I'll use yes. Let's use encrypted certificates. Next. So virtual machine post installation configuration is now complete, so click next. So once it's done, so next step is you need to recheck and refresh the configuration. Click on that. So it will recheck the configuration which you have set up during the post installation, and it will refresh your system to use for the live production. So your configuration check is complete. You can click on return to virtual server list if you have set up. Otherwise it will go to the default page. So this is the way you can set up a virtual mean web console or web panel for the on Ubuntu server or CentOS Linux server. So in this video I have just shown you how to set up a virtual mean server. In next video I will take a tour to each option of virtual mean and each option of web mean, which are the services installed on these servers. So thanks for watching this video. Please share, like and subscribe for the upcoming videos.